Hi, beloved. This is your one and only senior papa, a prophet of God and a seer of God. I come to you once more to share with you about monitoring spirit. When you talk about monitoring spirit, what actually does monitoring spirit mean? What does it do? And what are some of the things that we can use to identify the spirit of monitoring spirit that are fighting believers? Now, in the book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 19 to 21, I read, but I will read the 19. And she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and he caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him and his strength. Underlined, and he began to afflict him and his strength. When you talk about somebody's strength, that is the person's capacity, the ability, his talent. I mean, what gives that person the energy, what drives him, what gives him the resource of his life. Anything that makes that person to excel, that is the person's strength. And when you talk about affliction, that is when there is a severe pain. Someone cause you a severe pain, or someone afflict you with a very severe and serious pain. Now, the Bible talk about in this verse 2 forms of things. One talk about a man who is very powerful, full loaded with the strength of God, fully capacitated to a certain mission, and the mission was to deliver the people from Israel from the hands of the Philistine. Now, there was another woman who has also a certain mission, and the mission was being implemented by a certain evil spirit that is derived from this monitoring spirit. And he convinced this man called Samson that he should show him his powers, where his strength lies, where the sources of his power lies, where his talent, the place where he get his powers from. He should show him the strength, where it comes from. And the Bible says that he showed her the strength of his powers. And in this scripture that we read, he said that she made him sleep upon her knees. Then she called for a man. This is how this monitoring spirit, they do their things. They will cause you to sleep, and they will call a man. There are people who come into your life and seek for some certain information. They come into your life and seek for things that gives you the energy, things that drives you, the hope of your life. What gives you the faith? What builds your career? What makes you to excel in life? What makes your name great in every aspect of your life? So anything that helps you, anything that gives you joy, the source of your money, the source of your power, the source of your wealth, whatever is behind the ideas of your life. So these, we can say that they are the CIDs. In the spiritual realms, they pick information from your life, and they can come from any other person and come to your life. They can come through your mom, they can come through your father, they can come through your siblings, they can come through even your pastor. So what they do is that they just penetrate through the person. The person will develop some kind of hatred and anger for you, and they will start to pick some information of your life, and they will take you to some other sources of powers, entities of powers, and they will start working against you. They are not in your life just to take advantage of your life and destroy you. They only pick information then they deliver it to the other source of powers, and they will come after you. That is why it is very important as a believer, as a Christian, as somebody that you always see yourself on top of life. You have to be very careful and be vigilant. This has caused a lot of people to their grave. This has caused so many people downfall. This has caused so many people to be destroyed, and it has ended so many people badly. And before you realize, they have destroyed your life. That is why the Bible said that we should be vigilant and be sober, because the adversary, the enemy, is roaming like a lion to devour someone. This was a man so powerful, so talented, so fully loaded with the power of God and the strength of God upon his life. And he couldn't end it well because of this familiar spirit and this monitoring spirit. They came into his life through this Delilah, and they was able to convince him to sleep. So all that she can do is to do the programming, to start the process, and somebody will come and finish it. So if you are there, be very careful about the people you allow in your life. Be very careful about the people you share your information to. Be very careful about the people you share your ideas to. You don't know the person you are talking to, the person you are sharing information, the person you are giving so much ideas of your life to, until you understand that there are spiritual CIDs. There are spirits who always come into our life to pick some certain information. That is why it is very necessary to always be careful in whatever you say, because your life is depend on the words that come out from your mouth. And most people end their life in situation that they don't deserve to be there, simple because they couldn't hold the little things in their life that was feeding them, giving them the capacity and the strength to move on in life. Be very careful on how you deal with people and the kind of people you allow them into your life, and also how you share your secret to. This is your one and only Senior Papa, a prophet of God and a seer of God. I hope this message has really helped you. Like and share and follow, and also let me know your comment on your comment section. I hope this message has really blessed you. May God really bless you as I come to you again with another word of motivation. Shalom. Peace. Bye-bye.